And a lengthy interpellation did not prevent the lower house from finally passing on the third and final reading of the 14.6 billion peso supplemental budget to help fund the massive rehabilitation and reconstruction efforts in disaster areas in Eastern Visayas. The chamber voted on the measure 213 in favor and 6 against with no abstentions. For the details, here's Freddie Abando.
We are trying to make sure that this particular measure will not be declared.
Emotions rocked the approval of the 14.6 billion peso supplemental budget for the Calamity Fund because of the delay triggered by Congressman Jonathan de la Cruz when he questioned the quorum last night. House Appropriations Committee Chairman Isidro Ungab said the protracted debate is delaying government's response in fast-tracking relief, recovery, and reconstruction efforts in areas devastated by Typhoon Yolanda and other natural calamities to include the Bohol earthquake and the Zamboanga city siege. De la Cruz urged Ungab to disclose how much government has already spent from the Calamity Fund to cover the costs in dealing with disasters before Yolanda.
I cannot understand. If we want to help, then why? Why don't we help now? I'm asking precisely how much has been spent? How much is being spent for all of the devastations that have transformed this country? And you cannot even give us an answer.
Ungab said the amount will not be sufficient to fund the reconstruction. Additional resources will be allocated from the proposed 2014 national budget.
What we are going to augment in the supplemental appropriation is the Calamity Fund, which, as reported, is already being depleted and which we have to act upon because every day more and more reports of damages come in and the executive has to act. And one way that this house or this chamber could help is to immediately respond by augmenting the calamity funds, which is about to be depleted by the end of the year already, Mr. Speaker. So that was my reply. That's my reply, Mr. Speaker.
The House and Senate panel are expected to meet by Thursday to determine how much can be sourced to generate the funds for the initial cost of almost 40 billion pesos for reconstruction. Aside from funds sourced from next year's budget, the country's development partners are expected to make a pledge of support on December 16. So far, $482 million or 21 billion pesos were for ongoing relief and recovery operations. The World Bank and the Asian Development Bank made a commitment of $1.5 billion for reconstruction. For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.